Well, hello from Cookham. I'm in Cookham, England right now. It's going on, it's about 11:30 p.m. or I think they'd say 2300 hours. And it's been an incredibly long day. It started out yesterday. It's still my birthday. This is the longest birthday ever because I started last night. I got on the plane in Newark at about 6:30 and took a nap about 9:30 on the plane on the way to Heathrow and slept until midnight Eastern time, which made it about 6 in the morning, 5 in the morning England time. So I got woken up around midnight, and had a little cake. So I had my birthday cake then, and it was great. So the flight was great. Ashley picked me up at the airport. He was fabulous. He stayed up all night, drove from work to pick me up, and then took me over to Mickey's. And Mickey, who's letting me sort of tag along with his gigs, and I'll be sitting in and playing and hopefully making some money. That'd be nice. Loaned me one of his guitars because he suggested I not bring one into the country because they might deport me without a work visa or something. So I managed to get my CDs in and my lip balms in and stuff that I was going to give as gifts, and hopefully the CDs that I'm mailing will get here too. So I have the guitar. Haven't figured out how to get the phone and the SIM cards to work yet, or the computer, but I just haven't had the chance. And let me see, where was the other thing I was looking for? Here it is. Here it is. So I learned a lot today. It was actually raining when I got here. What a surprise that was. Nice and cool. So let me see. I learned that, here's the other thing that Steven, I'll show you where I ended up. For my computer. Turns out I don't need the transformer for this, but he gave me a normal plug to plug into it. So there you go. Here's a normal plug for here. I'm going to try it later, and hopefully my computer won't explode because of the voltage. So let's see what else has happened. So yeah, arrived. It was great. No issues there. Let's see what I do. Oh yeah, then Ashley picked me up. Then I went to see Mickey and got the guitar, and then got dropped off at my dear friend Linda's house, where I am right now. And I got all this on video, and I'll show you all the clips later. I'm just giving you a rundown of all the things I learned. Had a lot of tea today, and tea, they put milk in it, and sugar is optional, but they don't ask if you want milk in it. That just sort of goes with it. What else did we have today? Then we went to dinner. That was great at the George and Dragon. But the whole car thing was totally freaky. With them, the opposite side of the road, that was totally freaking me out the whole time. I'll show you some of that stuff. It was cool. What else did I find out? When I went to the diner this morning, or a coffee shop, I guess you call it a tea house, a breakfast place, with Ashley this morning, we had, there were things called jackets, which are baked potatoes, and eggs. They don't do over easy eggs. They just do them sunny side up, and I didn't want to explain it, so I had scrambled eggs. They like bacon a lot, which looks sort of more like ham. What else did I find out? Well, they call them toilets. I found that out right away. Instead of restrooms or bathrooms, they call them toilets. But then they rent places, and they say to let. So you see all these signs all over the place that look like it says toilet without the I in the middle, to let. And it's to rent. So that's what that is, in case you're ever wondering. The faucets, I'll show you that later. The hot is cold and the cold is hot. That's switched around. And the lights are switched too. So down is on and up is off. What else was there? Oh yeah, they don't have euros here, which was kind of a bummer because I saved my euros from last year's trip. So I'd have them to spend a couple $100 euros, and it turns out they still use pounds and pences here. They sort of skip the other ones for the most part. And it's a decimal system, but and then they call pounds, they also call them quid. So learned about that. What else? Let me take a look here. Oh yeah, pudding is not pudding. Pudding means dessert, and actual pudding that we call pudding here, I guess is called mousse or something. And then jelly is not jelly. Jelly is Jello. So they have ice cream and jelly or something, which is ice cream and Jello. And Jello is called, jelly is called jam or marmalade. And then pants are underwear. And apparently a child's version of a curse word where they go, oh, pants, which is the underwear. And pants are called trousers. What else did I find? Oh, Stephen, Linda's husband, thinks that they drive on the opposite side of the road because of jousters. So I'm going to look into that a little, because I've noticed the jousters here at the Renaissance fairs I've gone to, that they stay on the right, as far as I recall. So I'm going to have to check and see. I'll get back to you on that one, on which way they are. What else did I find out? It was a very busy day. They don't use screens here, just like in Europe. They don't use screens. They just open their windows, and apparently not too many bugs come in. Let's see, what else? Faucets. Oh yeah, faucets lice. They don't call it, you don't ask for the check at a restaurant. It's just the bill. They don't really know what a check is. They only tip 10% instead of 20. Cats are called mogies. If you're a redhead, it's called ginger. Not a ginger head either. A ginger. Sarnies are sandwiches. They have these roundabouts. You know, the roundabouts, the circles that we have in Jersey. They have roundabouts, but they just didn't want to bother building all the things. They just sort of paint it with a little speed bump on it. Barely a speed bump. So you could just go straight ahead if you want, but they go around anyway, you know, in the opposite direction. And I think they still go clockwise. They still go clockwise, but on the opposite side of the road. They have this yellow line that's on the side, which means you can't park there, but you can pretty much park anywhere too. They don't care if it's an oncoming traffic lane. You just sort of go around people who have parked. That's kind of weird. Let's see, what else? A trunk. The trunk of the car is the boot. And they have car boots, which are trunk sales, sort of like yard sale kind of things. A yard is a garden, and they call a garden something else. So you have the front garden and the back garden instead of the front yard and a backyard. Oh, this is a dog and bone is a phone. The dog and bone phone. They like to do things that rhyme like that. Dog and bone phone. I think I figured out why. That's a dog and a bone if you look at the old phones. And a nap is a kip. I took a short kip today before dinner. And what else? I got to have a beer here, which was great. Actually, I got to have a number of different things, but it's been a fabulous, fabulous birthday. Oh, bits. They like to say bits a lot. And then bits and bobs are like odds and ends, but lots of things are bits. I think all sorts of things in all different, some body parts are called bits, and many things. It's just a very popular word, bits. So that's my story for today. I got lots of notes. I'll try and keep track for you. That's 1 days of finding out, and my birthday will be over here in half an hour. It's going on midnight here, which means I still have 5 hours of birthday in New Jersey on the East Coast, and I'd like to thank everyone, and hopefully you'll see this part on Facebook or on the blog or something, to thank everyone for wishing me a happy birthday. I got to see it briefly on my phone when I had Wi-Fi, but I'm going to set it up and try and keep you updated on all the interesting things here, and do some videos, and that's my plan for this adventure. And I still have 1,000 videos from last year's adventure, so stay tuned. I'm going to figure out how to use my cell phone and SIM cards and Wi-Fi and be mobile around the world, and enjoy the journey. Got a gig in Scotland coming up this weekend with Mickey, and we'll see where we go from here. So thank you again, and stay tuned. Oh yeah, and buckle up. I like to go fast. And on the opposite side of the road now. No, that still terrifies me. I'm not doing that one.